Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of July from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General reading as always, it will not resonate with every single person. Please do take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. Alright, so let's begin. We're going to start things off taking a look at the issues for your connection. And I've got a bunch of other sections that I'm going to be taking a look at here today. So let's get started, Sagittarius. I'm going to use these two decks, the Twin Flame Dilemmas Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And I'm going to use my newest one, the Dating Scene Oracle, the good, the bad, and everything in between. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so issues for your connection. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius for this love and life reading, first half of July. Let's take a look. We have frozen. Okay, so things are frozen between the two of you, frozen in time. There's not a whole lot of movement here. We have stressed, and look at this next card. We've got winter, no progress. There's this very cold energy between the two of you, Sagittarius. So what is up with that? Let's grab some insight from the Dating Scene Oracle here. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, let's see. We've got PDA violator, public displays of affection, of course, frequent offender. So obviously just a really fun play on words there. And it's somebody perhaps that love to show affection out in public. That could be you, that could be them. But if things are frozen, if things are cold, maybe part of the issue is that they stopped doing that. They weren't as affectionate perhaps after a while. We have model, strictly physical. Okay, so you could have been dealing with somebody that was really attractive, beautiful, handsome, whatever the case might be. And it could have just been strictly a physical connection and not so much anything more than that. This is interesting because we've got husband material coming up next, dashing and debonair. So what I'm getting here, and the genders might be reversed, okay? Because obviously we've got a female here in this photo. We've got a gentleman right here. For some of my feminines, maybe you got into a situation with a masculine where you guys just weren't on the same page. Maybe you saw your masculine as somebody that you could really build a life with, get married someday. And maybe the masculine was looking at the connection more so as just a physical connection, and things could be frozen and there's no progress because you guys were not on the same page. We'll have to clarify that. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot here. So taking a look at the issues for the connection here. Angels and spirit guides, please. So at one point in time, you guys were very affectionate towards each other. You didn't really care who was watching. You know, you guys could be out in public and could be hugging and kissing up on each other. And as time unfolded, maybe that kind of fizzled out and now things are frozen. This is actually a really good indication, though, that you guys can move past this. The Six of Swords is a transition and leaving things behind, releasing past baggage and whatever caused things to be frozen and cold between the two of you. This could also be an indication for some of you guys that because things aren't moving, because there is no progress, because you guys are on different pages, that you're just ready to transition out of this and move forward. Which makes sense because look at the next card. We've got the Three of Wands, Wands picking up off of your own fire energy here, Sagittarius. You're ready to expand. You don't want to stress yourself out over this anymore. You're ready to grow. You're ready to really look forward towards the future. This is why things are frozen. Look at this. There could have been infidelities, deception, cheating. That's why things are frozen. We do have the Queen of Cups. So, my Divine Feminines, I feel it's very important for you to trust your judgment here, your intuition. The Queen of Cups is known to be a very calm individual, very compassionate. So it's really important that you trust your heart, your intuition here when it comes to your masculine. In order for this relationship to work, with this Six of Pentacles, this is all about equality. Give and take, equal giving and receiving, which makes sense again because if you guys were seeing things from a very different perspective, not on the same page as I've mentioned, then it's very difficult for you guys to both put in the effort to make this relationship work. But we do have the Page of Cups coming in with some good news. It could represent a love message, a happy surprise here that is unexpected. It could be from the masculine towards the feminine here. And then we've got the Fool card coming in, ready to take that leap of faith to perhaps take a look at a new beginning here, a fresh start for the two of you. Realizing perhaps that they did very foolish things and wanting to create some sort of progress here to bridge the gap between the two of you so that we can melt this cold vibe between you and your person, Sagittarius. That is, if you're open to that, because I feel for some of you that you've empowered yourself and you're just ready to welcome in a new chapter in your life. Okay, so let's add to this and let's see what else needs to come through. We're going to take a look at their thoughts and feelings about you. All right, so I'm going to pull from the Divine Love Soul Connections deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Their thoughts and feelings about you, Sagittarius. So what else do we need to know here? Entering into the first half of July. Their thoughts and feelings about you. Promises. Wow. So maybe there were broken promises and they're wanting to renew those promises towards you. We do have wedding bands right here. So some of you guys could have been married and maybe the marriage fell apart because of infidelities and trust issues, or things were just really cold. You were no longer being affectionate or intimate with one another. But clearly we have a card that is letting us know that there were betrayals and deception and cheating going on. So this is a relationship that fell apart. So whoever did the cheating is perhaps willing to renew their promises. What else for Sagittarius? Their thoughts and feelings about you. We have denied. We have love on the line. Okay, so they perhaps are acknowledging that if they were to come towards you, that you would deny them or reject them somehow. Their heart, their love is on the line and they know it. They could be in a very precarious position here, but look at this. We've got soul contract, and in this particular photo we have a bride and a groom, and then we've got wedding bands right there. Either this was an actual marriage for some of you guys that fell apart or was at least challenged by infidelities in the partnership, or you guys were in a committed partnership where it felt like you were married to this person. Okay, so we'll add to that. I'm going to go ahead and grab from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. Their thoughts and feelings about you, Sagittarius. What else do we need to know here? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. A soul contract. You might have locked this person out of your life because of what happened, Sagittarius. Some of you guys could have already had children or thought about having a family someday, because we've got broken promises here and somebody perhaps that you've blocked out of your life. They clearly want to come in. This represents a family dynamic here. Here we are again with a bride and a groom in this photo. Timing could have been off in this partnership for some of you guys. This card does say life is so simple for some people. They meet someone, they fall in love, get married, and live happily ever after. With us, it wasn't as simple. We met, we became friends, and more than friends, but life had other plans, other commitments, other obligations. It wasn't our time. Perhaps in our next lifetime it will be. And for some of you guys, maybe this is the lifetime that represents that next lifetime. If this was something that you guys had dealt with in past lifetimes. We'll have to clarify. All right, so that's what's presenting itself there. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages here. I'm going to pull from the Pining Rose Tarot by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know here? Broken promises, perhaps? Realizing that you would deny them if they did try to come towards you. It's like denied, locked out. You know, you're definitely making it known to this person that for now maybe they just don't have access into your life. But I'm also getting, Sagittarius, that you still feel this person's energies. This is a very special soul connection still. Two of Wands, they know that they need to focus on particular decisions that can create progress for the two of you to find your way back together. And then we've got the Two of Cups. Marriage, partnership, mutual love. So there are these references to marriage, commitment. And I love how it says mutual love, because this represents two people who are on the same page. And we've determined earlier on in this reading that you guys were not. That you were not on the same page. Very different visions, perhaps, of what it is that you guys wanted. I feel the masculine, for some of you, it could have just been about the physical connection. And my feminines seeing it from a very different perspective, that you really saw your masculine as someone that you could marry someday. And you see how the Two of Cups is being clarified by denied. This is what they want, but they're also afraid that you are not going to go for it. Six of Swords, didn't that already come through? Yes, it did. It's right here. So this is releasing baggage, the transition that I mentioned earlier. There is unfinished business for some of you. So I have a feeling here there could be future conversations that you still end up having. That does not guarantee that there is a reconciliation, but I don't think it's the end of the line as far as being able to interact with this person in this lifetime. We'll have to see what the rest of the cards bring forward. With that Five of Swords, it really clarifies infidelities, other people who are a part of this equation here, the conflicts, the competition from outside influences that really ruined the dynamic between the two of you and this beautiful partnership that you had. Nine of Swords representing anxiety, insomnia, nightmares, fears, unable to get any sleep, worrying too much, stressing out. And remember, that came through right from the very beginning. Someone is stressed out. It might as well be picking up off of that Nine of Swords. And I feel the person that's anxious is the person that ended up betraying your confidence. Look at this. We've got the Temperance card. So this is picking up off of your own Sagittarius energy. Patience, balance, moderation, and peace. Restoring the peace in this connection. It's going to take time though, because I feel that trust needs to be restored. Harmony, peace. All of that needs to be brought forward when the time is right. There's healing for sure that needs to happen here, Sagittarius. But I feel there's a really good chance, despite the obstacles, that there will be a reconciliation. That is what the Temperance card can indicate. The possibility of a reunion for those who are at a distance from one another. But it is going to take time for that to manifest. It is going to take time. All right. So let's go ahead and grab some messages from their higher self to you. So let's grab some insight when it comes to that. I'm going to pull from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144, A Passionate Love Affair. The Whirlwind Romance Oracle. All right, Sagittarius, messages from their higher self to you. Angels and spirit guides, please. There's this very sensual energy coming through. A sexy person and sensual connection. Okay. I mean, obviously, we've already seen earlier that for some of you, you might have been involved in a situation where it was strictly physical. But again, two people who were seeing things from a very different perspective. I feel, since this is coming from their higher self, Sagittarius, that part of the sensuality is something that they would like to experience with you. We've got private, a private person who wants to protect your connection from the world. Yeah, it makes sense. Not wanting any outside influences, not wanting anyone else to be a part of this equation, just the two of you being able to experience those intimate moments together privately. Look at this. We have creative, a creative connection with a strong, passionate, sacral energy. It makes sense based off of the other cards that are surrounding it. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo here as well. Loyal, devoted, compassionate. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some additional cards here. I'm going to pull from my Heart Space Oracle deck, and let's grab some dialogue as to what it is that they would like to say to you from their higher self. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius. Messages from their higher self. Oh boy. All right, so this one says, sometimes I remember the memories we've shared. It makes me smile, laugh, and cry. What I'd give to create new memories again. Exactly. Okay, but look at this. I'm sure by now you've realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side because I was the sun that helped that shit grow in the first place. So if this applies to you, because it's the way it's worded, this is what it is that they are saying to you, Sagittarius, that they recognize or are at least telling you that by now you should have realized that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So this is for Sagittarians who might have cheated on a partner. Very specific. Okay, so take that only if it applies to your situation. Let's grab one more card. You're irreplaceable, but so am I. Okay, so again, the whole grass is greener mentality. Whoever it is that stepped out on the connection, your person sees you as irreplaceable, but perhaps you're both irreplaceable. And that's something that you both need to realize. So let's go ahead and clarify this stuff. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. For those who are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners who are interested in learning how to read tarot. The majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings. And the twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. All right, Sagittarius, so let's go ahead and see messages from their higher self. What else needs to come through? And of course, that grass is greener card could be turned around. It really depends on how it has played out. But look at this. You see 5 of Swords is sneakiness, conflict, and competition. So it is reflected in this reading that that is what you guys have dealt with. They're acknowledging it here. Either they caused it, or of course for some of you it was the Sagittarian, whoever represents Sagittarius in this equation was the one sneaking around. Take it for how it makes sense. But this was the challenge, and even from their higher self they are acknowledging that they need to walk away from this type of situation. This cannot be a part of what is moving you guys forward. It's time to walk away from that. What else, please, for Sagittarius? Yeah, it's time to lay down those heavy burdens that you guys have been carrying. Because this is stress. We've already seen the stress card come out. And maybe, Sagittarius, you feel like your person took you for granted. They didn't appreciate you. Or again, they weren't showing you love and affection as openly as they used to. We've got the Lovers card. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini here, okay? Or you could have Gemini in your chart. There's deep love here still between two people. They want to be able to restore the romance, the sexual attraction. Clearly, it's here. They want to be able to restore the partnership, the harmony. And the Lovers card, it's always about making a choice or a decision that could create change and to move you guys forward. That's what this is all about. Clearly, with this 5 of Cups, you have experienced something very difficult here, and maybe this person really disappointed you, made you feel very sad that things ultimately played out the way it did. So I can't help but feel, but for some of you guys, you abandoned this partnership because you were not on the same page and because of the infidelities that were happening. My feminines, you're coming through as this very vivacious, passionate, sexy, confident Queen of Wands. So some of you guys are just really standing in your own power. You're independent. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet, really. The Queen of Wands can also be very hot-tempered. So I feel part of the arguments that you might have had with your masculine had a lot to do with deception and infidelities and third parties that you guys had endured in the partnership. So it's time, really, for this cycle to complete. It is a cycle from the past. That is what you guys have dealt with. And it's time to move forward from that, to walk away from the past, welcome in a new beginning, a new cycle. And then we've got Archangel Gabriel coming through here. I am the angel known as the master of communication. If you're having trouble expressing yourself to your beloved, I am here to assist. I can inspire writers, teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their messages with clarity and grace. I can help you overcome your limitations so you can finally say the right thing to the right person at the right time. If you struggle with conveying your emotions, call on me. I will be there for you. So Archangel Gabriel is here to help you guys out on this journey. And if your person is struggling to really express themselves to you, Archangel Gabriel is here to help with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some insight, additional messages from your spirit guides here. So let's see what else needs to come through here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from this deck, When Spirit Speaks by Medium on a Mission. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Let's see what else. From your spirit guides, from your angel team. Emotions. And some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign here. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or you could have those signs in your chart. It really does come down to timing here. Divine timing is at play. Patience is needed, which is very much a part of the energy of the Temperance card. Lessons that need to be learned in the meantime. And the need to release, to let go, to transition away from the drama. Makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to go ahead and use my Tabby Tarot teacher here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. All right, so we've got a reversed card, Nine of Swords, which if you had to get a reversed message, this is one of them because there's that light at the end of the tunnel. It's letting go of the stress. There is hope here. Finally learning to cope with the struggles and the issues that you guys have dealt with. Look at this. We've got the sun coming in. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo here. This is a very happy energy, very positive, very successful, could result in unions, reunions, and even marriages. A cause for celebration, things finally moving in a particular direction where you can find happiness. Three of Cups, after these lessons have been learned, a reunion is possible, positive outcome, a new beginning. Celebrations, once again, which could be for some of you, weddings and engagements. Eight of Wands, picking up off of your own fire energy. Sagittarius, this is rapid action, this is movement, exciting times ahead. For some of you, it could indicate a holiday romance, someone who has the capability of sweeping you off their feet. So it's time to really let go of what happened in the past to move forward from that. You've got the energy of the sun where you can really find happiness once again. Okay, but it is going to take time. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some time frames here. I'm going to pull from my Time Traveler Oracle when you just need to know when. The thing with time frames too that's important to note is there's just no way to guarantee time frames because everyone's got their own free will. Time is constantly moving and changing, but we can look at some possibilities here. All right, so go ahead and focus on a question when it comes to time frames, and it does not have to just be about your love life. It can be about anything. So I'll go ahead and grab 3 to 4 cards here for the collective, and you're more than welcome to choose whichever message you're most gravitating towards. We have a couple of years here, 2 years. That's a long time, but you know, there's a reason why this is here, timing. Because for some people, it might take a little bit longer to learn those lessons. Okay, so to have that reunion, to have things fall into place, sometimes it really does take a long time. 2 years is what's coming through for some of you. Look at this. We have another reference to the holiday season. Okay, holiday romance. For some of you guys, that could be where you are headed. So Sagittarius season, November, December, could be when this all comes together for some of you. And then we have it will happen on a Monday. And lastly, we've got August coming in, which is obviously in about a month or so, a couple months. Okay, so these are the time frames that are presenting itself here. The month of August could also represent someone's birth date month. Okay, so take it for how it makes sense. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab some answers from my yes no oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards from this deck and allow the collective to ask yes no questions, whatever again it might be, love life related or some aspect of your life. So go ahead and focus on your first question, or you could say it out loud, totally up to you. Let's see what the answer is for your first question here, Sagittarius. And of course, it must be a question that can be answered with a yes/no response. What's your first answer here? Well, we have a yes. Hopefully that's a very positive response. So go ahead and focus on your second question. Say it out loud or focus or think about it. For Sagittarius, angels and spirit guides, let's go ahead and grab a second answer for the collective. We have another yes. That's fantastic. All right, so hopefully that is a good yes. All right, so let's go ahead and grab your third answer from the yes no oracle, Sagittarius. So say it out loud or again focus on your third question. Let's grab an answer. Three yeses, Sagittarius. So again, hopefully these are positive responses to your questions. All right, guys, so that's the time frames and answers to your questions here. So let's grab some musical messages here. I'm going to pull from my heart songs of the 90s. And if you're not familiar with the songs, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Let's grab some songs. We've got 2 coming through. Angel by John Cicada and Every Time I Close My Eyes by Babyface. Let's go ahead and grab one more song. Love of My Life by Sammy Kershaw. All right, guys, so the very first song, Angel, that could have been someone's name or you referred to your person as an angel here. And it says, I can't read the future, but I still want to hold you close. Right now, I need that from you. So give me the morning. Sharing another day with you is all I want to know. They don't want this to be over. They want to be back in your life. And this lyrics, the lyrics to this song, it feels like springtime and winter. So we've got seasons popping up. Springtime, winter season could play a significant role for some of you. It feels like Christmas in June. So there's that reference to holidays again. It feels like heaven has opened up its gates for me and you. And every time I close my eyes, I thank the Lord that I've got you. No matter what, this person will be forever grateful that you guys even connected in this lifetime. And every time they close their eyes, they think of you. Okay? And then we have love of my life. I need to tell you the first time I held you, I knew you are the love of my life. I spent a lifetime waiting, always hesitating until you. I was lost so deep inside my shell till you came and saved me from myself. Now all I really know is I need you. Okay? So this could be what it is that they're wanting to share with you at this time, Sagittarius, that they realize that you are ultimately the love of their life. They might have strayed from the connection, or maybe they just didn't appreciate you before, not showing any love and affection, entertaining other options. But I feel they've had a change of heart, some realizations, epiphanies, and what it is that you mean to them at this point. And it's totally up to you if you are wanting them back as well, or if you're just ready to go in a different direction and find love elsewhere. But what they are telling you here is that they still want you to be a part of their life. All right. So let's grab some healing messages here to wrap it up. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Some healing messages. Divine timing. So there's that reference to timing once again, guys. Look at the next card. We have divine guidance. Your angel guides are really watching out for you right now, Sagittarius. You're not on this journey by yourself. You are protected. You are guided. It's going to come down to timing. It's going to happen when it's meant to, which is why perhaps for some of you guys, if you're feeling a little bit antsy or restless, and that's the energy that you're putting out there, perhaps that's why it's going to take a little bit longer for some of you guys to manifest this connection back to you. So try to switch up that energy and just allow the universe to do its thing on your behalf. But you are being divinely guided at this point, Sagittarius, towards a particular path. Look at this. That could bring you abundance in your life, which can represent so many things, of course, monetarily and materially, but it also can be abundant love from family, from friends, and of course, romantic love that's coming in for you. Wow. All right, guys, so let's grab some final thoughts from your guardian angels here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Intuition. Okay? Trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not be necessarily right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. And that has come through in this reading for you to trust your gut and intuition. Let's grab one more. And then we have inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. So that's coming through quite heavily in this reading. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. So this can apply to anything, Sagittarius, not just necessarily your love life. If there's some change, something that you want to implement in some aspect of your life, whether it's your career, your other relationships, whatever that might be, your angels are helping to inspire you to get on the right track, which is why you're being divinely guided at this point in time. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. Lots to cover here, and hopefully whatever part of this made sense for you helped you out at this time, entering into the first half of July. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.